Extinction Rebellion has attempted to disrupt London's rail and tube lines. That's after more than 300 activists were arrested over a series of protests that caused traffic chaos in the British capital. Thousands have taken part in coordinated sit-down protests at key sites since Monday, demanding action over climate change. Some vented their anger at the London headquarters of oil giant Shell, smashing windows and spraying graffiti on the walls. Here's what a number of the protesters had to say.
I want my grandchildren, I want everybody's grandchildren to be able to grow up safely.
We are demanding that the government tell the truth, and they must do that because people don't know.
What they're doing is criminal. All the governments across the world are a part of this, and they are letting us die, our planet die, our ecosystems die, and we all have to stop this. Governments and corporations. Yeah.
The demonstrations are part of a global campaign organised, as we say, by British climate group Extinction Rebellion, which was formed last year. The movement demands governments reduce carbon emissions to zero by 2025, and that progress should be monitored by a public group. To achieve its goals, Extinction Rebellion promotes mass civil disobedience and has staged rallies in more than 30 countries to date. Let's take a look at Monday's demonstration in Berlin.
Der erste Punkt meiner Rede war im Grunde, das Klimasystem ist am Abkacken und Klimaschutz nicht.
Wir haben lange genug demonstriert.
We've demonstrated long enough. We have the right and must now use the means of civil disobedience. It's time to rebel.
The issue of climate change has placed activist and teacher Tim Jones and Andre Walker, a political commentator and New York Observer columnist, in opposing corners.
What these people believe is that just because they think they're right, anything that they do is morally justified. That is an extremely dangerous and extremely undemocratic position to be in.
We are making a point by not harming anybody at all. No life is harmed or threatened in anything we do, and sometimes we do commit criminal damage, and we do that to draw attention because nobody is listening to the terrifying severity of the evidence that is relevant to what we're talking about.
The idea that people do not believe in man-made global warming in this country is nonsense. We've got an ultra-low emission zone just been launched in London that's effectively banned diesel cars. We've got landfill tax, which means that you have to recycle everything unless you want to pay $100 a tonne.
This is classic denial. What's that got to, none of those things have got anything to do with climate change, okay? Or the collapse of biodiversity in the world. They've got nothing to do with it. So you're just distracting from what is a terrifying prospect. And climate change is going to get worse and worse and worse.
All of these scientists that have given predictions that the world's going to end in 5, 10, 15 years, all of those deadlines have passed. And so this thing
that's
that
just
you're
not
talking
true.
about,
That's just not true because most of the IPCC's predictions, going back, if you look back at what they said would happen, they were massive underestimates, especially if you look at things like the decline of Arctic ice. They massively underestimate what has happened.
I'm going to bet you, if you're dead as a result of climate change by 65, then I will pay for your funeral.
Well, give me a tenner,
and if you're still alive when you claim your pension, if you're still alive long enough to claim your pension, then you've got to give me the entire pension. If you're so confident that you're going to be dead by retirement age, will you take that bet?
Okay, you're on.